It's back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Play Copy Kitty. It's been a while, but hey, I'm finally back at it. I'm still disappointed in myself for not finishing this really fun game. And yeah, I have not played this ever since the last video went up. So you're going to see me struggling to remember how to play this game for a bit. I pre-recorded this, adding post-commentary. And also, I have not used OBS to record anything since this video, or since the last video. So, yeah, the audio settings are a little messed up, by which I mean the game is very quiet. But, regardless, next time is going to be a lot better, and I'll probably go back to live commentary. I don't know. I actually found my performance to be better when I, don't commentate a game with this much action. But at the same time, it just feels kind of wrong. Especially since, me, well, what am I trying to get at here? I mean, I like being able to sort of, talk my way through certain things, explain my thought process, and react to new enemy types in very hype moments. Because there were quite a few in this recording. But yeah, it feels great to be back. And I'm just struggling to remember how to play this game. Oh my god, I had completely forgotten that ammo was a thing, which I feel like I shouldn't have forgotten. That's on me. God, it feels weird to do post-commentary for a game like this. Whatever. So, yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of struggle, and that's fine. I surprisingly didn't die too much throughout this world. Yeah, there was really only one thing that gave me a lot of trouble. And even then, it didn't take me as long as I thought it initially did. Anyway, Sparkling Void. We got plot. Alright. I do love the aesthetic that's going on in this world, though. Everything just glitching out and going insane. So good. And this enemy type. It's a little on the annoying side, but it's still pretty cool. I don't know. Glitch aesthetics are so amazing to me. Which is kind of bizarre because real glitches can sometimes scare the utter crap out of me. I don't know how many times I've brought this up over the course of my channel, but glitches I've encountered in, say, Grand Theft Auto or Simpsons Hit and Run, those have frightened me. Especially the glitches in Grand Theft Auto where it's you fall through the world and you see just it's hard to explain, but you just see everything sort of not where it's supposed to be, and everything just looks all corrupt and messed up. And it's this is not how the game was meant to look, and I think that's just getting inside my brain. No, things aren't normal. This isn't what the game is supposed to be. This is all wrong. This is unsettling, blah, blah, blah. That sort of fall through the world, see everything from the bottom up type of thing is a common glitch for quite a few 3D games, which is why I've also encountered it in Simpsons Hit and Run, and which is why it's also scared me there. Then other times, glitches in Grand Theft Auto where me and my friends were just abusing cheat codes, just non-stop. And I remember vividly one time, we just had, I just kept doing the big wheels cheat so that they stack on each other, so all the cars pretty much had monster truck tires. and then cars were falling out of the sky and everything was just going insane, and like I just had to stop playing. Like, I did not express this to my friends at the time, but I was just like passing the controller like, okay, you can play now. So I don't know why. It was just getting to me for some weird reason. But then when I see like glitch aesthetics, like what's going on in this world, or like the kind of stuff that happens in Axiom Verge or other games where like the glitch thing is supposed to happen, it's hard coded into the game, I find that cool, not unsettling, which is very weird. So yeah, TLDR, glitches can kind of creep me out, but when games have a glitch aesthetic that they actually program into the game, I actually find that kind of cool. I know, I'm a weird human being, okay? Cut me some slack. Like, I'm the same person who's utterly terrified, well, was utterly terrified of Metroid Fusion. But I play Resident Evil and I'm just like, it's not that scary. It's just zombies. Oh wow, I actually died there. Huh. Oh well. I don't remember. I mean, now that I think about it, I do remember dying on at least one stage. So yeah, this was one of them. But no, like one of the big problem things for me was an upcoming mini-boss, which I have cut out the learning process for it. I was on the boss for 7 minutes. There's no point in me keeping in all of that footage. I mean, it's an action game. You would just want to see non-stop action and progression, but with the occasional wall that you overcome. But man, I forgot just how good this game looks. I legitimately do feel bad for neglecting it for so long, because it's just so good. It's just high-octane Kirby action. You're taking powers, combining them to make new and better powers. You're literally Kirby in cat form. Schoolgirl cat form. It's weird like that, you know? Anyway, that was Shadow Zone. I like how I don't even know what I was doing when I actually died there. Just not paying attention to what was hitting me. White Rift of Set. This looks freaking beautiful. What was happening to me right there, though, was not beautiful. Like, I was just, taking the hits, because what else can I do? What else can I do? Actually play well? Come on now. Okay, I legitimately have no clue what I was doing there. Just trying to find a good vantage point, I guess? It wasn't like I was too low on... Well, okay, I mean, I am at 40. That is, low on health. But it's not critical. I could have actually showed some kind of courage. Also, I have lightning again. The best standard weapon in the game. In my opinion, at least. It combines with so much, and... I don't know, I have yet to see a bad lightning combination. I say like I've actually watched my videos back to remember my thoughts on the different power-ups. But, I don't know, I do recall loving lightning a lot, and it came in handy quite a bit in this recording. That and wave. Both of those are just excellent. Still not a fan of Tornado, though. I just don't like the way it attacks. It does seem relatively powerful, and I know there are stages where it might have its use. Like vertical stages. So, yeah, a stage like this for the most part. But still, it's just something about Tornado I don't love. See, right here, it's just not really all that helpful. I did not deserve that victory, by the way, but I will take it. That was pure clutch luck. It's insane. Emissary of Chaos is up next. That would be a good metal band name. Holy crap. Alright, so it's mini-boss time. This one gave me quite a bit of trouble. This is what I alluded to when I said, oh, it took me 7 minutes to beat him. Well, that I cut out 7 minutes of me trying to beat him. Pretty much the key to this is patience. And that's always the toughest kind of boss you can do in a high-octane action game. A boss that requires patience. Because you're used to just sort of like moving fast, dealing a lot of damage as quickly as possible. And then you got this where you got to take your time, pick your battles wisely. It's always a little hurdle for me. But yeah, essentially when he's doing this little like pulse attack, you want to jump into one of the teleporters so that you'll be safe throughout the extent of it. When he's going across the screen, just double jump, you'll be fine. And when he's going vertically, just keep moving. You want to move a little bit better than that. You saw me dodging the attacks earlier. It's fine. It's also weird that quick is the only thing you get here, but not the worst thing in the world. Believe it or not, this actually was my best showing on the boss, despite the fact that I was getting soundly wrecked. Yeah, he's not that bad once you sort of like figure out his pattern. But I will say the glitch aesthetic was kind of messing up quick there. But in the end, it all works out. Up next, we have Microcosm. I don't recall much about this one. And of course, we start with nothing. Not my favorite starts. I was just taking in the frog at that point. And just trying to figure out, how am I going to get an ability? Oh yeah, I could just use Boki Beam or my kicks. But then I started with lightning and I'm like, it's all good. If I can actually aim at enemies and not jump into spikes like an idiot. I try my best, okay? This also was not my best moment, because I had completely forgotten about the, I forgot what they called the mechanic. I don't think they called it super jump. Was it boost kick? Where you can kick off of an enemy to gain like an insane amount of height. It didn't even dawn on me to do that there until like the last possible moment. I'm like, oh, that's right. That is a mechanic I learned earlier in the game. Not my strongest moment. Also, I have to just like relearn using the kick. The kick is good. It can also deflect shots. But that's just something that's hardwired into my brain too. Like I don't know. I'm not good when it comes to defensive measures, as you could see right there. You know, just taking those shots to the face. But like even for Smash Brothers, for the longest, there was a time where I just never used the shield button. Because I'm just sitting there like, why would I ever want to shield? I was a child at the time playing Melee, okay? I didn't know any better. And then Brawl came around and I'm like, oh, if I use the shield, I can actually survive longer and beat tougher enemies. And then in Brawl, I actually started playing against like level 5 to level 9 CPUs. Seriously, in Melee, I only played like level 1, 3 was my maximum. And I could not beat the stronger foes to save my life. But then I learned the shield button in Brawl and everything was good. So it's like, even with this, I know the kick exists. I know it's a good defensive option. But I still just forget about it because I have all these other things that can do insane amounts of damage. Just gotta remember that sometimes the best offense is a strong defense. Or, this guy's really showing it off right there. You know, he has a shield. And I was unable to arc my shots behind him for some reason. Well, I say for some reason, I know exactly why. It's because I'm a garbage gamer. But still, I try my best. Self-deprecating humor for the win. Humor. Yeah, as long as I say that, they won't know how I truly feel about myself. Anyway, we got a little Power Ranger right there. He was pretty cool. I felt bad for destroying him. God, this is so weird. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back to live commentary for the next part. And I just wanted to make sure I had this done and that OBS wouldn't screw up the recording. Because I do recall issues when I was recording, say, Star Fox Zero. That stuff recorded in OBS was kind of out of sync. But since then, I have learned how to better, fix the audio syncing issues in my editor. So I can better deal with audio desync now, but it's still weird, and I try to avoid that. I try to avoid that even being a thing in the first place. But looking back, I don't think I ever had the desync issue in OBS with Copy Kitty. I could be wrong, though. I also don't really know what causes it. Is it because I don't record my commentary in OBS, and thus by having an extra program open that raises some CPU usage issues? Because Audacity isn't really that, resource intensive. Though it does require, a minimum amount of disk space to even function properly. Which is weird, but okay. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I do record my commentary in OBS and just make sure I, really balance the audio well, everything will be fine. Because that is a reason why I don't do my commentary in OBS. Because it's just so easier for me to level the audio in editing than I feel it would be for me to just test everything out prior and probably have different settings for different games and go into the audio mixer and all that stuff. It's just easier to do everything in post. Anyway, that was Penguin Popper. Not much to say there. You know, I got a star for taking no damage. That is nothing to be proud of. That's like a bonus stage anyway. Airsat's Temple up next. Huh. Didn't really notice the slow shift until now. We went from a glitchy world to things becoming, I wouldn't say, normal, but it's just less glitchy all around. The background looks like an actual temple instead of a glitched out void. That was a nice little transition there, because I think it was a slow transition, not a sudden one. Could be wrong, though. Could be wrong. I mean, well, obviously Penguin Popper, that had a little, psychedelic penguin background. But still, I like little transitions in the game's scenery, with lack of a better term. Setting. Locale. I don't know, but I like shifts like that in video games. One game where this is really apparent is Crash Bandicoot 1. Like, you start off playing the game in the jungle, like the sort of ancient civilian villages and all this stuff. Just more natural environments. But then as you progress through the game, things get more and more technological until like you're actually in a lab. Like you're seeing in real time how Cortex is sort of like just disrupting the ecosystem with his factory and labs and stuff. And it's a nice little transition that you see over time, like even when you're in native fortresses and stuff. I mean, well, that is the name of an early level, but, or like ruins and stuff. Wait, we got plot. Okay, but yeah, like you're in ruins or temples and you see these scientists start showing up where there used to be only animal enemies and native tribes people enemies. So everything's slowly being replaced by robots and scientists, and then you get to the actual lab settings, and it's really cool. Not to mention, like, you can sort of see like Cortex's blimp in the background get larger and larger as you progress. Super Mario RPG does a similar thing where the little like void in the sky grows bigger and bigger as you progress through the game. It's like it's always reminding you of that like sense of doom or like what your main goal is. Like, yeah, okay, you're helping out these guys in this location, but just remember that your main objective is that void in the sky, and then it culminates in the Samurai Kingdom, and it's so good. So good. Oh, but now we're back to sort of the glitchy thing. But I guess that is to be expected considering the story we just saw right there, I guess. Say story, just exposition. Oh, but now that does make sense as to why the boss of this place is the way it is. Oh, okay, that's so good. That's so good. I'll go more into that when the boss shows up. And also, this probably wasn't my best showing on this level in particular. I mean, I did manage to beat it in one attempt, but man, I was being so careful because things were not going my way. I mean, yeah, okay, I am succeeding, yes, but I don't know, I just feel I did not handle any of this as well as I could have. Not to mention, running out of ammo and being too afraid to bring up the menu to switch primary weapons or just hoping I can pick up a new one. I don't know, I was just in a sheer panic for maybe about 85% of this stage. Not to mention, I was just desperately looking for health. Wasn't going to find it up here, just me taking damage, trying to stupidly navigate through the area. I feel like the weapon containers shouldn't do damage to you. Was that something I brought up previously? I think it was. That just seems unfair that you can actually take contact damage from things that give you, like, ammo or health. So yeah, I was not taking any chances here. Even though I still took damage because I'm horrible. But I was being so careful. Almost treating this like a stealth game at this point. I mean, there were stealth levels, right? Like, I do recall, like, some things where you have to avoid, like, the sensors and stuff that would set off these little, like, that's what I'm looking for here. security things. Why am I unable to speak today? I don't know, and I apologize. I promise you, I'm not drunk. I only drank half the bottle of vodka, not the full thing, okay? Is there a better way of dealing with these things? Because I feel I did not handle that optimally, but it did give me health, though. So for that, I will be forever grateful for it. God, I wasn't taking chances. I'm so glad the penguins are benign. Which means there is so totally going to be a level later on where the penguins want revenge, isn't there? Games always pull off something like that. Even Spyro, you know, like you're going through like, oh, the sheep, they're fodder. I'm going to kill all the sheep. And then you get to Toasty, it's like, oh no. It's an evil sheep. Well, can't even call it evil. Well, no, the bosses are Nasty's minions. Because I was about to play devil's advocate, you know, like maybe Toasty wasn't evil, like he just wanted to protect his sheep brethren. But no, he was employing shepherds and having sheepdogs attack you, and he worked for Nasty Nork. So, yeah, Toasty was not innocent. But I do like games where the harmless enemy turns out to be a powerful foe later on, whether it be for revenge or just as a nice little twist. Was about to give another example of that in one particular RPG, but that's a pretty major spoiler. And granted, the RPG came out in like, what, 1989? But, I don't know, it's a big, like, actually main plot of the game spoiler. I feel more guilty about spoiling that than I would about the whole Final Fantasy Ares thing. That's just me, though. Anyway, in Shining Armor, it's boss time. I freaking love this boss, by the way. He's a freaking knight. It's so good. And then that goes hand in hand with like the little temple / castle thing we were at earlier. So now we're fighting a knight. We went from the glitch world to the night world, and it's so good. So yeah, I mean, I still don't think I handled this fight as well as I could have, but I still found it very cool because I just love the weapons. Nice change of pace. Now he got his shields out. And then the fact that these are the only weapons in the fight. Like everything that he brings up. So the lance, the axe, the sword, the bow, like all these different things. And if you drop a weapon to pick up a new one, he'll pick up the weapon you dropped and start using it against you. So it's just a really neat concept. I really like it. I was stubborn and attacking his shields and like not really trying to do my best to circumnavigate around him. Is that redundant? Yeah, because circumnavigate means you are traveling around. Okay. No, there's no room for redundancy here. But yeah, I wasn't doing my best to circumnavigate him, which is on me. And I was taking damage I feel like I should not have been taking. But at the same time, look at how cool this battle is. Despite my horrible showing here. I did not deserve to do as much damage against him as I was. But that's him defeated. Or not. I thought it was. To be fair, I could have just looked at how much HP was left on him and how much time was left in the video. What was that anyway? Like him just powering up to his like second form where he takes more damage now? Well, that's probably because I destroyed one of his shields. Then there goes the second shield, and now you can rack up the real damage. I'm shocked he didn't go more aggro than what he already was once the shields are gone. It would have been a prime opportunity for him to just go all out. And here I was just confused. Yeah, you have to attack him one more time. And that has been World 7. Next time we're going to be going to World 8, Medieval Mayhem. If we fight another one of those bosses, I'm going to be so freaking happy. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we're saving World 8 for next time. So yeah, in the meanwhile, we can just go ahead and take a look at the bestiary. Just, showcase the newer boss. I really love this boss. It's just so cool. Love it. And a new enemy type that we encountered there. I wasn't doing a good job of showing the bestiary entries for the previous worlds. That's on me. I was just focusing more on lore. And with my achievements here, I have nothing else left to say. So, thank y'all for watching. Have a great day, and see you next time for some more Let's Play Copy Kitty, where the next part won't take a year to come out, and I'll be playing a little bit better. Just had to shake the rust off here. Goodbye.